Welcome back to the channel. Today we have quite a lot to discuss. We've got a lot of PlayStation news to go over, some From Software news, and we also got an update on Microsoft's response to the whole CMA conclusion of blocking the Activision deal. Quickly, before we jump into that, if you guys could do me a huge favor and show your support by liking the video, subscribe if you're new, and share the video. Really goes a long way. Now let's talk about this new Sony patent that is adding weight to the redesign rumors that started with Tom Henderson. So Sony Interactive Entertainment has filed a new patent for detachable optical disc drive. It's described as an optical disc drive that can be mounted in electronic equipment such as a game machine, personal computer, or audio-visual equipment. And here it is, finally some evidence to back up what Tom Henderson was saying. Obviously, a lot of people, believe what he's saying. And then there's the group of people who are like, hey, I don't believe any rumors ever. And until it's being official by Sony, I'm not even going to give this any attention. Well, this is likely going to sway some people because, well, it's a lot more believable once we see a patent that kind of supports this whole thing. And it still does really make sense to me that they would go this route. So I do believe that this supports Tom Henderson's claims, as well as the man just has a great track record when it comes to leaking PlayStation stuff. He's not new to this. He's been doing it a while, and he continues to do it. So until he's wrong about something really major, I'm not going to really doubt him up until then. So hopefully, this does end up coming true, because I do think it could be really cool for people who might go digital and might want a disk drive or whatever it may mean. And also for supply and demand type of deal, I imagine that would increase the amount of PlayStations that people can get, because they can be bought without the disk drive, and then you can always get that down the road as well. But that's kind of it for the whole PS5 redesign rumors, and I think it does add to it. Next, we're talking about Horizon Burning Shores, obviously an amazing piece of DLC, and there was a new analysis on it from Digital Foundry, of course, and they really assessed this, and I recommend you go watch the video, but I'm going to cover a few things that were said here. The DLC's various graphical settings are said to be pretty much flawless. They say it's simply an excellent performer across the board. Performance mode in particular is super slick, sticking to 60 frames per second at a checkerboard 1800p. Digital Foundry goes on to compare the expansion to the base game, which looked fantastic to begin with. Actually, they stated it as the most beautiful game in 2022, I believe. The article highlights a gorgeous lighting system, weather effects, and the DLC's touted cloud rendering technology, all of which push the visuals beyond what you'll find in the Forbidden West, which is very much true. The visuals in Burning Shores are just seriously impressive. Then they say you can almost smell the seawater, feel the volcanic heat, and sense the soft mists of the clouds. The analysis concludes by saying minor animation issues and some very slight pop-in don't detract from an overall stunning visual presentation. And I just finished this game yesterday, actually, and I had an amazing experience with it. By far the most beautiful game I've ever played. Amazing when it comes to presentation. Absolutely flawless when it comes to presentation. Like, I've never seen something look this good. When it comes to what they're talking about with animation issues and slight pop-in, in those cases, that happens, right? And in this case, I don't feel like it took away from my experience. Overall, very, very good experience, and I'm glad that, Guerrilla's getting the praise that they deserve. So really excited about that. Now, next, we're talking about Japan getting a Final Fantasy 16 exclusive controller and console cover, and they are coming in a bundle. So Sony is releasing an official FF16 themed PS5 DualSense controller instead of PS5 console covers, and there is no word that this is coming to North America or anywhere else in the rest of the world. It's so disappointing, because I feel like every time they release these exclusive Final Fantasy bundles only for Japan, and the rest of the world would eat this up as well. So I'm really hoping that they think about this and they are able to release this for the rest of the world, because the controller looks interesting. The console covers look interesting. I think they're great. I think a lot of people do want them. I see it on Twitter. A lot of people want these. So I feel like it's a big missed opportunity, because people will buy these console plates. They will buy this controller. You just got to allow us to do that without having to import it and deal with all that stuff. So I really hope that they do consider this, because that's a bummer. I really do want to see more customization in terms of faceplates. So hopefully that happens very, very soon. Now, next, we're going to be talking about FromSoftware. We're going to talk about their new Armored Core 6 dropping August 25th. They dropped a new gameplay trailer. Looks amazing. Looks really good. I think a lot of people are looking forward to this, and we're going to talk more about it as it begins to drop in August, and we lead up to to the release day, as we'll probably be seeing a lot more about it. Who knows, maybe at a state of play as well, since it seems that Sony has some sort of marketing rights here. So there's that, and then there's also Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. We've got some update there on development. So it looks like development has been going on for more than a year, because according to the FromSoftware director and producer, Kenneth Chan's LinkedIn profile, which has recently been updated, work on the upcoming expansion started in April 2022. That's around just 2 months after Elden Ring release, which makes a lot of sense. So the speculation is that maybe we see something at Summer Game Fest. You know, they're very close with Jeff Keighley, and they've shown a lot of stuff at his events. So I could totally see them locking something down for Summer Game Fest. That would be awesome, and I think that's likely where we're going to see it. But that's kind of it for that. Really exciting stuff. Obviously, Elden Ring, huge. Everybody loved Elden Ring. Most people loved Elden Ring that played it. And we're waiting for more content. And it seems like this could be a pretty beefy DLC. So very exciting stuff, and I'm hoping we do see it soon. Now, lastly, we're going to be talking about Microsoft's response, or Xbox, Phil Spencer's response to this entire CMA thing. And according to Bloomberg sources, Spencer called an all-hands meeting today describing how President Brad Smith was working on a response to the regulatory ruling into the early hours of the night, noting that other executive leaders like CFO Amy Hood are also working on getting the deal closed. Spencer reportedly said that while Activision accelerates the Xbox vision, it isn't the entirety of the Xbox vision. Spencer reportedly emphasized that Xbox's strategy will move ahead even if things do go south with the Activision acquisition. Microsoft reportedly declined to comment on the meeting. So it's pretty crazy to think, you know, the events of yesterday and now we're here today. Microsoft's pretty upset. Activision Blizzard pretty upset that things did not go their way and being very surprised. And then we've also got this alleged Phil Spencer meeting with the team and pretty much saying, hey, even if this doesn't go through, well, we're still going to push forward with our vision. This just kind of slows our vision down. So the thing with this is, and I think it's very important to state this, is that this was clearly very unexpected for Microsoft. They really thought in Xbox, they all thought this was very likely to go through. I think it's pretty clear that, you know, they're going back and forth with the CMA. They're really like taking shots at them. I don't think it's really doing them any favors, and likely will impact them ever allowing this appeal to change their mind. I don't think the appeal will go through. I don't think it's going to work. I think that this deal is pretty much dead in the water at this point. It's not impossible. It's certainly possible, but I think it's very unlikely. And I think it's time that Microsoft moves forward kind of past just acquisitions. I get it. They're not going to stop with the acquisitions. I get it. They're going to keep trying to buy as many companies as they want. If it were up to Microsoft, they would own every company under the sun in terms of gaming stuff. That's what they want to do. When you go out and you buy Bethesda's ZeniMax, when you go out and you buy or try to buy Activision, Blizzard, and King, yeah, you're trying to own all the big companies and doing your thing and obviously leveraging it to their benefit. Even though they do love to talk about consumers, it really is just to their benefit. So I think it's time that Microsoft, you know, really start creating some good experiences for their consumers. We have Redfall next week, and then we'll see what that's about, because that's another game that's under their umbrella, and hopefully, you know, it does something good. I will definitely be playing it, and I'll probably give my thoughts as well. But Microsoft, you guys, Xbox, you guys got to start putting out some games. We can't just be talking about acquisitions. That's really all it ever is around Microsoft and Xbox. It's so disappointing because they were like a Goliath back in the day on the 360 gen. I was listening to podcasts, old podcasts from when the 360's first 3 years was happening, and man, the discussion around them is a night and day, a deep contrast from where they are today. And it was never about acquisitions. It was about their great games, their great experiences, the great online, the great community. That's not the discussion anymore. And unfortunately, until Microsoft starts really putting their best foot forward and trying to make great games, I don't think they're really going to reclaim any of the community, the games community. Like, it's quite clear that PlayStation has taken over in a lot of ways. And I don't mean this in a fanboy sense. I'm trying to be objective here. But also Nintendo has as well. And even PC gaming has taken a huge chunk. And you've got Xbox, bottom of the barrel, not really doing too great. And I really can't think of a good reason why anybody would go out and buy an Xbox versus being able to play everything they have to offer on a PC. Plus now, PlayStation games go into PC as well. So if you really want to play Xbox games and that's your ammo, you just go ahead, you buy a PC, you play them at way better graphic fidelity, and you're also able to experience PlayStation exclusives down the road as well. It's very odd to me, but that's kind of my perspective on it. I just hope that Xbox starts moving forward, trying to create great experiences, and stops focusing so much on just buying up everybody, because it's really sad when the best thing Xbox fans can look forward to is an acquisition rather than actual video games. We need something from them. We need something. But that is all I have for you guys in today's video. I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think of all these topics here? Interested in any of them? Let me know. As always, if you have not subscribed already, please like, subscribe, share the video. It really goes a long way. Follow me on Twitter. Link will be in the description. I thank you all for watching. Talk to you on the next one. Take care.